All right.
Let's do it.
Bob, I think they got about as good a game as they possibly could have in every respect out of this. The first game with fans and forever. A lot of work to different kinds of players, to guys we haven't seen, a lot of rest for the guys who need it, and a lot of work for the offense. It couldn't have been better, especially the result.
Yep, I agree with it. I love the fact that you're getting a head start on the whiteout. Kudos to you.
I kind of had a Kenny Loggins vibe this morning.
I didn't know if this is the Up With People look, the Bee Gees. I didn't know the Osmonds.
I forgot they existed.
I don't know what you're going for, but it's working for me. I think you're right. It was.
You see them wherever you go, Bob.
It was a balanced offense. They almost had the exact. It was just under 500 yards, rushing, passing. They went quick early. They scored on their first 2 possessions. You know, their defense, I thought, again in the red zone when it mattered, held them to 2 short field goals. I don't think they had to overwork key guys like Jaquan Brisker, PJ Mustipher, some other players. I think after 95 snaps, they were able to get them out. I think their depth really showed. Their versatility on defense really showed. They had a lot of guys catch passes. They had a lot of guys run the ball. I just thought it was, for a game against the defending MAC champs, I thought they controlled it when they wanted to control it, and I thought it was an impressive effort coming off the Wisconsin.
I thought their maturity showed.
Yeah.
Because it's a fine line. It's a kind of a balancing act. You know they want rest before Auburn, and after, especially the defense after the 95 plays, but you have to earn the rest.
Right.
You have to smack. They smacked them in the mouth at the start of the first half, the start of the second half. They never gave Ball State, which is the defending MAC champion, with some veterans on that team, the feeling that they could win this game. At no point did you really feel like Ball State was in the game.
Yeah.
And that earned them all the rest that they got. The secondary got a lot of guys in the game. Jaquan Brisker didn't play almost at all. What do you think? He had 15 snaps?
I don't know about the number, but I just feel like 2 things. He was not healthy coming out of that Wisconsin game. He left the game 3 times. I think he has a couple things he's dealing with. He's such a good player, but it also, Dave, it also speaks to they trust and they've developed a lot of safeties. I mean, they've used 4 throughout the game. You know, Jair Brown played a lot, but I mean, Tyler Rudolph was in the game. Jonathan Sutherland was in the game. And they just now they have 4 interceptions already this year. They had 4 all of last year. They haven't turned the ball over on offense yet in 8 quarters. And they've had some players step up. It's not just the transfers. It's not just the Ebiketis. Daquan Hardy was not a highly recruited guy. He was a 3-star late addition to the class. He's really their 5th defensive back, their 3rd corner. He's been terrific the first 2 games. He's very, very good in man-to-man coverage. He had a nice interception tonight. You know, Jesse Lucetta, a guy you just didn't really think he would have this kind of impact after 2 games. He's made plays at linebacker and defensive end. They have a lot of answers on defense.
They got a lot of versatile guys, and they're developing versatility, which is important in different ways you can beat teams. They've got Auburn coming up. Their offense needed a lot of work in a lot of ways. I mean, besides the fact they needed to get better at a lot of stuff, they only ran 17 minutes of the game against Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They got a lot of work. They ran tempo the whole game. It's like James Franklin and Mike Yursich wanted as many plays as possible while staying on the field as much as possible to give the defense rest, and he got both of them. I think they ran, I don't have the snaps, but it's close to 70, 71 snaps, which is pretty good.
Yeah, Eric Wilson now the starter at left guard. I think they're a better offensive line with him at left guard. And also, I thought it was important that Penn State got some confidence in Kevon Lee. You know, he only got a couple carries last week. He lost some yards. He fights for everything. That sequence where I think he had 3 or 4 runs in a row early in the 3rd quarter, he made plays on all of them. He caught a wheel route. I mean, they're even building depth at running back. We saw something from Devin Ford. The tight ends caught passes. Theo Johnson caught a touchdown pass. This is a pretty deep team. They're athletic. They're built, I think, to survive maybe a key injury or 2 because they're playing a lot of guys. And we're going to see what it looked like against Auburn at 7:30 next Saturday. I'm curious to see how those two teams match up, Dave.
Lee, 11, 12, 12, 11 in 4 straight carries to open the 3rd quarter. I know it's Ball State, but they hadn't done that earlier in the game, and neither had Lee. What do you think of Clifford right now? He was still holding the ball a little too long in places, but threw the ball well in a breezy day. Not an easy day to necessarily throw the ball. I thought he threw the ball quite well, but sometimes when he's holding the ball back there, bugs me.
It wasn't a perfect game. He was an efficient quarterback. He made some plays with his feet. He distributed the ball. I mean, Mike Yurcich has only been working with him for a little while. I thought, this was more like the early 2019 Clifford than what we saw at Eddie Point last year.
All right. So, we've got a big week of writing.
Are you going to wear white all week just to get ready for this? Tell me. Be honest.
I couldn't wear white next week. I'm
blind right now. Like my corneas are burnt out just looking at you.
Actually, I wore this yesterday on my day off, just lounging
I'll
and
wear
relaxing
it again.
with
I'll
Kaiser.
wear it again.
And I washed it all, and Anna said, "What are you doing?" I said, "That was so comfortable yesterday. I'm going to wear it again today." Anyway,
that's it.
We have a big week coming. It's Auburn week. Haven't had a non-con game like this at home in quite a while. Haven't had a non-con game like this quite a while.
Can't wait.
Scheduled Virginia Tech, but didn't play it. So until then, from Beaver Stadium, what was a packed Beaver Stadium.
Just try and make this a little longer, Dave. Just try and make it a little longer.
Sayonara.